Alright guys, welcome back. I'm still over here practicing. Yep, that's where you guys left me off. That's where I am. I have done some major changes to do better. I watched a bunch of videos. One thing I noticed is that I had my tungsten end too far. This is my latest. Still a little bit hot, but from this to that, I did this one also. I'd say that it's starting to work. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna practice a little bit more. In the meantime, we're going on a ride and I'll take you guys with me. See you in a little bit. All right guys, we are all loaded up. We're gonna go downtown St. Pete and go for a ride. This will be Ryoko's first like real ride. So we'll see how she does. Because yeah, I think I did a nut and bolt check. She's gonna work or she won't. See you out there. Alright, so I will say, on this first ride on this bike, this thing's heavy. You kind of feel like you're just pedaling forever. All good though. Yeah. The wind's just blowing straight at us, so that's making it even harder. I don't really know where the destination is, but guess we'll get there.
Right here.
They're so cool. I love it.
What up?
That's Chris Bird, y'all. He'll show you his masterpiece over here. What's the name of it again?
Ryoko.
Ryoko.
She who is like a dragon.
She who is like a dragon.
Alright guys, we made it through the night. We're riding back now, finally. That was pretty cool. Headed down to Gulfport. That's a beach area. It's riding a little better now. My old knees can't take it much though. Just old basketball injuries and not treating myself real good, that's all. But other than that, it's been a good ride. Heading on back to the truck. Head home. Get back in the shop tomorrow. Alright, you have a good night. Whoops. That seems to happen more times than I want it to. I accidentally touched the rod into the tungsten. You just take it out, clean that little nub off of there. It's getting there. Definitely, I got to work on my speed. My heat is going in. Probably I need to get a little bit slower here. Looks like I went a little too fast, but yeah, I'm gonna go clean this tungsten off and then give it a try again. So yeah, I'm not gonna get too carried away and make you guys watch me practice, but like I said, I'm just gotta keep getting better, gotta keep practicing. I'm gonna get there. I don't care how long it takes me. I wanna be super proficient at TIG welding. It just looks better, it's cleaner. There's so much more that I can do with it when it comes to metal fabrication and things like that. So definitely gonna keep on that. All right, so we need to get started on a new build. We're doing the entire build and it's a surprise for my wife. So we're doing the full thing. You guys wanted to see me do some fork suspension. We're doing it. We're gonna build our forks from scratch. We're gonna build everything from scratch. She doesn't really know too much about it other than she's getting a new one. It's all my design. You don't get no say so, neither does she. Let's go get the metal cleaned up. Then we're gonna get to bending because this is going to be a different design. So something new, let's get going. I need to knock out some handlebars super quick for that build that I just did. It's sitting out there now just so we can get ready to head off to paint and powder. But the bars need to be done. And again, we're waiting on wheels for the forks. My wife doesn't really know what I'm building her. She knows she's getting a new frame and a new bike because of course she has to pick out the color. Don't do that, fellas, let them do it. Life lesson, marriage lesson, okay? Let them pick it out. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna knock these bars out super quick. I'll throw you guys on time lapse so you get a little something to watch. And then we'll come back and we'll get bending the new frame. All right, so knock these bars out super quick. These are some tall boys, 14 inches tall. I don't know, you can't even tell on camera, but maybe you can tell by my hand. These are way taller than what I normally do, but I wanted to try something else, something different. So these will sit up pretty tall. This gives you a better angle. It should sit, they do got a little bit of a lean to them and a small kick up in the back here. I'm gonna let these cool down, clean them up a little bit, and then we're gonna get on to the frame. All right guys, so off camera really quick, I just did a few things that you guys have seen me do 100 times. So went ahead and I got the down tube done. This is going to be, it's a shorter backbone, goes to here and stops. And because she's short, she's only 5'1", so this bike's gonna be very condensed. But we're gonna run from here to here where the seat is, and then from there, we're gonna have a tube that will come off of here and then follow it down to here. We're gonna do something cool right here so that it all follows in. And then we'll have something going on the inside of the frame itself. Chain stays, we're either gonna do the double hoop like I did on my build-off bike, or something else. I'm not sure yet. I wanna see as far as weight goes once I've got this, because I'm using the 1.25" for the backbone, 1.25" for the centers. So I wanna see where the weight is there before I go adding the chain stays from, you know, bottom to back. Just kind of see where that's going. I got to clean up some more material, go do that really quick, clean it up, and then we'll start getting some of this assembled. Whew, all right, I am a bending machine. Got it coped, head tubes ready to go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and work my way down and then to the bottom, so that, because these upper ones are gonna be more complicated, so I'm gonna get the substructure, I guess I wanna say. The bottom, down tube, lower tube, get those done, then work on seat position, then the rest of the bars, I'll do that, because those are actually going to get put together and then welded to the frame after those are already attached. So this will go up, down, and then I'll just cope those where they need to go. I'll put you guys on time lapse so you can watch the rest. All right, so I got the bottom part like I said I was gonna do. Gonna go run some errands, go pick up the kid, so I'm gonna stop it here, and then we'll probably just pick back up on it tomorrow. I like so far where it's going. Basically what I want. This will be my backbone here. Still gotta cope it, cut it. We're gonna end it here. That'll go from here into that seat post. Gonna have a real exaggerated seat post, I hope. I'm gonna really try to bend that in. Like I said, it's got a real nice bend to it. That should leave me some extra to come off of here. I'd like that to be back. I may move this back more just so that I can come here and then run it in there. It's gonna basically be the same shape as this backbone, except a little bit more turn here and then there. I kind of want it to be the same shape as both, but I want a little bit more bend, because when I drew it up it looked weird having it the same exact way. It just didn't make much sense. So having a little bit more bend and then doing the same this way. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna cut it until tomorrow. Later. All right guys, new day. So we're gonna sidetrack just a little bit from doing the frame from a wife. We're going to do, I gotta throw a shifter on that one. We also sold her old one, and I'm gonna throw a shifter, just the posts on both of these. But we're gonna take them on because I have been practicing. Your boy's been practicing. I think I can do it. I can lay relatively decent beads on square tube. So I'm gonna cut a couple of these out, make sure they fit perfectly. Then we're gonna add both shifters. I just gotta get the paint off of that one, break this one down. Should be good to go. I'm gonna go do that really quick, and then we'll time lapse and I'll get some tigging. So we are going to try to TIG this up now. The only thing I've got to do is I have learned to clean your stuff. Lots of acetone, lots of cleaning. Don't be scared to clean. But I am going to have to try to fill these corner gaps. I think what I'll do is tack them on each end, and maybe I'll use some thicker rod to get in there. This will be the first time that I've done any kind of gapping, so we'll see how that works out. Let me get this marker. You want everything as clean as it can be. I found that it just works so much better if you just pay attention to that. I don't know how it goes with hair in it. Lay that like this. Let's fire it up. Alright, that was a little tougher than I thought I was going to be doing these smaller pieces like this, but terrible, I guess. I mean, I got really good penetration. It's on there. I'm not stacking dimes. This is definitely not an Instagram post. It'll do for what I need it to do. It's these are just shifter posts, So we'll get these on now. Go ahead and try to weld them, TIG weld them to the frame. Let's destroy that part. Alright, all that took way longer than I needed to. This one was giving me major problems, even as much as I tried to clean it, and then I tried to TIG weld it, it just wasn't having it, so I busted out the MIG, knocked it out real quick. But I guess we'll get back on the frame tomorrow. Alright guys, we are back at it again. Like I said, went ahead and I MIG welded this. I ended up having to clean this up anyway again. Must have just been the paint just really getting in there. But you guys can see, I did TIG this one up and it came out not too bad. I'm pretty happy with my mediocre TIGging. It is a lot more complicated though, like just trying to get up underneath the frame, getting in awkward places to do it. It is going to definitely be a learning curve. Last night was aggravating because trying to TIG that, whatever was so dirty, tried to jump up into the tungsten and it was just something I hadn't dealt with before, so back old MIG it is. All right, let's get back on this frame. All right, got quite a bit done there. You can see got really good fitment back here. Once it's together correctly, I might even maybe TIG weld some of this because like the gaps are so good here, and if I get them really well there and there, maybe I can go ahead and TIG weld this, and that'll be kind of fun. I'm definitely not going to TIG weld the head tube just because I am not confident enough to lay a nice bead in there on top of making sure that it's structurally strong. This is, that's 0.083 with a 16 gauge here, so it's going to give me that little bit of off space. But yeah, so far all I got left to do now is take this tube, cut it at an angle. I'm probably a little too steep on that angle, which I'm going to have to come up a little bit. No big deal, but that will attach from here to here. So a lot like the The Lust frame already does, the ladies Lust frame already does this, but we're gonna add that extra cool little swoop inside of here so that we can do something really neat in there. And then we're still debating on how we're gonna do the chainstays. Don't know yet, but I gotta go get back to my regularly scheduled job and get back on it tonight. I didn't do half bad, I don't think. Just TIG welding these little areas here. This stuff does all get ground down, so I had a little bit of a gap here. Not much, but I just laid it down as fast as I could. Those, you know, just trying to get consistent. I'm not gonna lay these real nice beads just yet, but still they're nice and flat. They're flush from what I can tell. That's what they're supposed to look like. Same thing again, just ran real quick beads here because that all gets ground flat. And then it does look pretty good on the inside. I'm tempted to try the head tube. I wouldn't mind trying to see if I can possibly TIG weld an entire frame. I don't know yet. That's a pretty sketchy place up there. You mess that up, someone's riding and the welds break and then the head tube falls off. That could be some serious injury there. So not gonna do that. We've got most of what we need. Like I said, I've already got this backbone done here. That'll go on like so. We just got to get the other tube ran to there, which I already have cut out. Just need to shape it so that it'll fit. But I am running a little low on time for this week, guys. This video is going to get way too long, especially TIG welding takes forever. Like, I can imagine that if I start TIG welding every frame, it's going to take some time. Because, I mean, just doing this little part here took the better of, you know, 30, 45 minutes. When you're MIG welding, you just call it a day. But, you know, you want it to look better, you want it to be better, you want it to be easier. I don't have the slag that I have to clean off now. When you're coming in to clean these welds up, they're way easier to clean. I found out by doing a little test box that I made out of some 1/8" material. I made a box and it was super easy to clean it and make it nice and uniform. Anyway, so I'm gonna call it for this week. Hope you guys are in this. This is gonna be a little bit of a build here because like I said, I am doing the fork. So if you're still watching, we're doing a full build on this one. Paint, actually we're gonna paint it. I don't think we're doing powder on this one. I think we may even paint it in-house. We'll see, because the color that she wants, I don't know that I can get in powder. She wants a flip orange. So we're doing some cool stuff with epoxy. We're doing a fork. So definitely stay tuned and we're gonna get on this, guys, and I'll see you next weekend. Later.